Hey guys, this is Typhorce Reacts, and I am back to react to a brand new series. It's only one season, but at the same time, it's 28 episodes long. So I don't know if this is a complete series, whether there's going to be a season 2 or not, because well, I don't know anything about this series. So yeah, this is Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and it has been hyped to hell and back ever since it first came out. And let me put it this way, it is compared to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in terms of, you know, the best anime of yesterday versus the best anime of today, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, when it's given that kind of description, I can't help but be interested, at least. And I was a bit put off of it at first, simply because usually when stuff is hyped to hell and back, it usually is not living up to that hype. I should know. There's a few anime that are hyped to hell and back, and for me, they're good. It's just, I just don't hold them to the same regard, and those animes are My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen. Again, great anime. They're just not really, you know, worth all of that hype. And Naruto, to a bit of a lesser extent, while I do love Naruto, it's just, I can easily pick that show apart at the seams. And yeah, but it's more along the lines of, I don't want to rip it apart. That's the thing. I still love Naruto. It's just, yeah, there's just a whole lot to go into there. But anyway, this is episode 1, The Journey's End. And again, I know basically nothing about this show. I know the main character's name is Frieren, she's an elf, and yeah, then, I'm going to take, this is only a guess, by the way, that this would basically be the story that happens after, like, your regular D&D campaign. Like, this is where the characters are now, this is where they end up, and we made a 28-episode show out of it. But yeah, and I am going to be watching the dub, not the sub. Why the dub, you ask?
You were exceptional. That was quite the show. Well done.
That. It's amazing, and I love it, and yeah, it was that clip in particular that made me go, fine, I'll watch Frieren. So yeah, anyway, I don't really have anything else I can say, so let's just jump right in. Oh yeah, and I did watch the opening beforehand, so unfortunately you're not gonna see my reaction to that. I mean, it was an okay opening, but whatever. So the friends who once fought alongside me, Flam the legendary mage. Okay.
Frieren.
Okay, so the name is actually Frieren. Okay, I have been mispronouncing it this entire time. I apologize immensely.
Triumphant return of their the life that lies ahead of you will be far longer than the rest of us could know, or that we could begin to comprehend.
Yes, perhaps.
Is that Clifford Chapin as that dude? Like it's a very soft voice, and I know, like, that dude's trying to. Okay, there's our good old title, but that sounded a lot like Clifford Chapin, aka the voice of Bakugo. I can't escape it. But yeah, like, I know the dude's trying to, like, branch out other than be a sarcastic asshole, because he voices Bakugo, he voices Yonji from One Piece, who's basically the exact same character, except he gave his voice a bit of a higher pitch. And I know he's been in other stuff too, but still. Alright. So it would appear that I was right. Like, they've said it multiple times now, but they have defeated the Demon King. This is after the D&D campaign. So, yeah, alright.
How I pity them.
10 years together. We've been through the thick, the thin, and then some.
Wow, 10 years, okay.
The day we departed.
Alright.
Aizen's disrespect toward the king landed the moments away from
Alright, that's fun.
Do you remember the time Hydra's bottle ache rendered him all but useless?
Man, this is really just them reminiscing about the past, and you know what? I kind of dig it. It's pretty good.
Well, I was exceptional in every way.
We debated leaving you behind when you fell for that mimic.
Of course. All right.
I told her it was a trap, and yet here we are.
Is it time
Of
to
course.
leave the
I have heard about the running joke with the mimic, but still, that's funny.
Our memories.
But yeah, she said like a mere 10 years. Yeah. I mean, as if it wasn't obvious enough. She's an elf. 10 years is nothing to her.
The Era meteor shower happens once every 50 years. Our...
The view from inside the city isn't very good.
I'm trying to have a moment here. Don't spoil the mood.
They really are just a group of D&D players. That's amazing.
I know a good place. I'll take us there when the opportunity arises in 50 years. What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing in the world.
Yeah, he's like, there's a good chance we're gonna be dead by the time this happens again.
From now.
I mean, maybe not the dwarf, but then again, like, how do lifespans work? I'm not really well versed on like fantasy lore. Like, I watched Lord of the Rings, and that's about it. Yeah, sorry, I might be like cutting out a whole lot of this. Just gorgeous animation. I'll give it that. It's just like I have a Patreon if you want to support me there and like watch it, you know, just completely uncut and like you can fully see like what's up here. So. Mimics. Alright. I'm gonna guess she's just gonna fall for it every time.
You do see that it's exuding some sort of evil aura, don't you? Is that dangerous to people?
I don't know.
That's awfully reassuring.
Just took the Demon King's horn. Just. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure nothing terrible would happen.
Frieren?
Himmel, is that...
Oh, yeah, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
You're near ancient.
Must you be so blunt?
Yeah. Like, yeah, okay.
Despite my advanced age, I'm still quite handsome, yes? Hard to believe it's been so long. When you show
Jeez,
up,
okay.
it seems the day
Alright, yeah,
passes.
that kind of hit different.
Never see you again. I've thought about that blasted thing every day since you left. My cabinet has been exuding an evil aura for decades now.
Sorry, I think. Though you do know you could have stashed it in a shed. or
Okay.
something of the like.
Oh, yeah, and of course they made statues of them.
You don't exactly have any hair to fuss over.
We bald men have our particularities.
I mean, yeah, he's like, I have a gorgeous beard, don't you see?
The meteor shower won't wait for man nor elf.
Okay, so it has been 50 years, and so everyone's going to be meeting up. Okay. Yeah, the dwarf hasn't changed a bit, but yeah, the priest is now an official old priest.
As a bishop
All
of
right.
The holy city must. I return the compliment, but change evades you.
Guess my head's still not for padding.
Okay, the voice of the priest sounds very familiar. He sounds...
Funny, is that how I seem?
You are a dwarf.
Okay, he sounds familiar. The name escapes me.
Viewing miracles.
Yeah, the dwarf is still spry. I'm gonna guess, like, dwarves, like, live similar, like, similar age, like, lifetimes, like, that's not the right word, but you get what I mean, like, to elves, you know, they live extraordinarily long lives. They have long lifespans, that's what I mean.
Eyes. It's solely because of you that this retired hero could have one final adventure.
Yeah, I'll give it the... Okay, yeah. Literally not even one episode in, and I'm already feeling very emotional about all of these characters. Like, it makes me wonder what's going to happen beyond this first episode, because this already feels like a really complete story. So,
Beautiful.
what's beyond this? Not to, you know, make a pun about the title of this show, you know, Beyond Journey's End. This is going to be Beyond the End. And, okay, the death of Himmel. Alright. So, okay, yeah, he was the first to go. Alright.
He's gone. I do believe he was happy when he left. Oh, be fair, ladies. Not like we're racked with grief either. Show some respect. No heart. Oh, how am I to know?
Yeah, they're just like, would this dude want us crying at his funeral? Like, he's lived a long life, which is a lot more than you could probably say for a lot of adventurers. Especially adventurers who went after the Demon King.
10 years with him. Wasn't nearly enough time to learn.
Aww.
I was aware that human lives are short. But this... Why didn't I try to better know and understand you? My head is still not for patting.
Aw. Alright then.
This will likely be the last time that I see you.
Why are you unwell?
My years of drinking had to catch up with me at some point.
Well, I mean, yeah. Come on, man. You're still an old drunk priest, alright.
We're the party of adventurers that saved the world. I'd like to think our seats in heaven have long been reserved. That's the whole reason I fought alongside you ruffians.
Well, there we go, I guess.
Corrupt priest.
Yeah. I don't think, killing the Demon King guarantees you a spot in heaven, but, I think it's a big help. Speaking as a Christian, it's just, well, the dwarf does seem to have aged at least a bit. Like I said, I don't know really a whole lot about fantasy lore in general, so.
Speaking of,
Once you've lost your vigor, your body slows, and your life must slow with it.
Okay, so he has aged quite a bit. Either that, or he was already old when the adventure ended. Episode 1, The Journey's End. Alright. But there's still 7 minutes of the episode left, so... Then again, that also includes the credits, but whatever. That's still 5 minutes. Alright. 20 years after Himmel's death. Okay.
the corrupt priest is slow to die.
Okay, the priest is still alive. Alright.
It's harder to achieve. Frieren has potential as a mage, but needs adequate training. Will you bring her with you and strengthen her skills?
Yeah, she has graduated from adventurer to the mentor of the next adventurer. All right.
Often apprentice makes miscreant of the cloth.
Oh, and
Glad to see like they could just laugh at old jokes.
do you mind teaching?
Once I'm able to blast a hole in that rock, I'll be a proper mage.
His idea is a decent one. That's a...
Oh. So okay, so
It never makes it to the other side.
all right, so she has plenty of power. She just doesn't have the range.
issue.
Okay.
Do you know any way?
Do you like magic?
I like it somewhat, I guess.
In that, we're alike.
All right then. Okay. That's in the episode. I made sure there was not an after credit scene or anything, because Lord knows I've been tricked by that before. But yeah, okay. This is certainly it's a bit of a slow start, at least at the end. Like at the end of this episode. Pretty much everything up until like Himmel's death, like, and we transitioned to 20 years after that fact. I was like, man, this is really good. I was like super invested in this little group of characters who I only know the names of 2 of them. I'm sure the priest and the dwarf have names, and I know they said the names like earlier on in the episode. It's just I haven't quite memorized them yet. We'll see how things move along after that. But then we got yeah, I'm gonna guess, yeah, that last 7 minutes, 5 minutes really of the episode was just setting up for what I'm going to guess what we're going to be doing for the rest of the series, just teaching this Frieren girl like magic and how to further like enhance it, maybe, because she seems like she has a lot of power already. It's just that she just doesn't have a range, and it's already established she has a lot of control over her mana. It's just we'll figure out how the power system works in a future episode, I'm guessing. So yeah, yeah, I'll give this first episode this. It definitely sucked me in with how interesting like just the premise is like we're starting off at the end of a campaign of D&D and just seeing where it goes, I guess. So yeah, that was really good. I can't wait to get into more of this. And so yeah, next time you see me, I'll be watching episode 2, which is It Didn't Have to Be Magic. So yeah, I've got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.